Senator Fisher. Senator Hirono.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. Welcome to all of our nominees. I asked the following two initial questions of all nominees before any of my committees to ensure the fitness to serve. So we'll start with Mr. Matthews, and we'll go right down the line. Since you became a legal adult, have you ever made unwanted requests for sexual favors or committed any verbal or physical harassment or assault of a sexual nature? Please, down the line.
No.
No.
No, Senator.
Have you ever faced discipline or entered into a settlement relating to this kind of conduct?
No, Senator.
No.
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 For Mr. Marks, several military training areas very critical to Indo-PACOM. These land leases in Hawaii are set to expire in 2029, right around the corner. These leases, as I mentioned, are critical to ensuring U.S. and allied military forces can adequately train in the Pacific. However, the lands involved also hold cultural significance to the Native Hawaiian community. If confirmed, will you ensure that these negotiations, which will expire, is conducted in a manner that respects local communities and the environment while still prioritizing military readiness?
Senator, thank you for that question. I know this is critically important to you. And yes, Senator, if confirmed, I will work not only with the military services, but the local community. Hawaii plays a very strategic role for Indo-PACOM, and I would want to ensure that both the respect of the communities as well as the incredible importance of those training areas is recognized, and we find the best possible solution.
And in fact, the DoD has recognized the importance of these negotiations, and there is a person named Noah Kalipi who is charged with making sure that these negotiations include the voices of the community. So it's good that you are aware, or that you will be aware of the necessity of how we're going about things. And I would also note that it is very important to the community that these negotiations occur as transparently as possible so that the community feels as though the military is acting in good faith and listening to their voices. Again, for you, the DoD stakeholders are closely coordinating with the EPA, Hawaii state agencies, and the public to complete the closure of the Red Hill bulk fuel storage facility. And you probably are aware that the spills that occurred at the Red Hill facility resulted in some 93,000 people being impacted. They had to go to hotels and find other arrangements. This led to a questioning by the community of how the Navy basically, but to the community, the Navy, it's all the military, was conducting it itself. So will you commit to overseeing the safe, timely closure of Red Hill, which will require taking a transparent role with the public to restore the confidence and the trust of the community in the military?
Senator, thank you. The transparency is vital to partnership. Good partnership is built on trust and good relationships. And so, Senator, if confirmed, I will commit to work not only with the Navy as this moves forward to ensure we're taking the proper steps for both mission capability and what is in the best interest of the community.
And the closing of Red Hill is not over in that there are remediation and environmental issues that still must be addressed, and I would ask that you address them in a timely manner with the resources that will be required.
Yes, Senator, absolutely. And in fact, it was just a couple weeks ago, I had the privilege of meeting with the Hawaii Coordination Cell so that they could begin to get me up to speed so that I could understand the issue more thoroughly, and I do appreciate it more deeply.
I also want to mention that our military bases, our installations, I should say, are in various states of disrepair, frankly, and especially in Hawaii, which have aging facilities, energy vulnerabilities, and poor infrastructure. And so I'm putting into the NDAA a requirement that all of our services put together a 30-year infrastructure improvement plan so that we have something going forward that will more properly ensure that our infrastructure needs are being addressed and met. So would you support such a planning process for our services?
Senator, as a strategist, I believe in long-term planning, and so I appreciate the initiative that you've introduced, and if confirmed, would want to work not only with you, this committee, but the services on a way to achieve how we get a greater future look at the investments on our infrastructure.
Mr. Chairman, could I just ask one question of Mr. Matthews?
Oh, sure.
This won't take long. So I'm glad that you testified that you will follow the rule of law and that the independence of the JAG officers, that's very important. Do you have any concerns about the fact that the Military Services senior JAG attorneys were fired?
Good morning, Senator Hirono. Thank you for the question. Not being in the department, I wasn't privy to the reason for the decision of Secretary Hexteth to request nominations for the Judge Advocates General. I will say that from my understanding, the Navy TJAG had resigned before the beginning of the administration. So I don't believe it was actually say he was fired. I think the Secretary requested nominations for the Army and the Air Force Judge Advocate General. I think he acted according to law when he did so. So I would say that I share your concern about the independent the independence of legal advice.
So
Senator
you
Hirono,
can
perhaps-
imagine we have some concerns about what happened because no reasons were given. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Perhaps you can follow up also on the record, Senator Hirono. Thank you very much. Senator Sullivan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank all the